So I'm here to take any questions from you guys. So if you feel like you've really thought about any question all your life you want to ask me, I'm here. Please ask. What's next?
What's next?
What's next? What is next?
What's next?
What's next?
On the weekend before Christmas, my son and I took a drive north from Sydney to Wollombi for the first Wollombi Gravel Fest. This is part 2 of the story of our weekend in the country.
And with the welcome arrival of a good dose of cloud cover, day 2 of the Wollombi Gravel Fest is about to begin. The cicadas are still singing. My son is still ahead of me. And we had a terrific night at Myrtle and Stone last night, hanging out, listening to a formal interview with Valtteri and Tiffany. But Louis and I also caught up with the pair of them for a good, long, genuine, easy, casual chat about life as pro athletes, but also just basically life as a couple. And to Tiffany and Valtteri, thank you. We had a terrific night last night, but also thanks for everything that you do when it comes to promoting the notion of cycling as fun. That's what brings us to the bike often. It's what, I suppose, cements our love of an activity. And after you've relished the fun, it may become a career or whatever, but you should never lose that essence of fun. And I think that's the message that they're trying to hammer home with these gravel events that they're doing. And while I get this preamble out of the way, I also want to say, Louis, my son who finished with Valtteri and Tiff's group yesterday, was issued an invite from Valtteri last night, come to RADL Gravel, because we've still got spots. So, first year sold out like that, because they had limited spots of about 300 from my understanding. This year, 2025, they've got openings for about 1,000 people, and there's still a few hundred tickets available. So if you're watching this before RADL Gravel and you want to catch up with a pair of them, I'd suggest jump onto TDU or tourdownunder.com.au, have a look at the link and do what you got to do and try and get to Adelaide and understand a little bit about what fun and cycling is all about in 2025. Having a quick look around. So not a lot of flowing water, plenty of cicada sound. And we came together, we tried our best to squeeze in a swim yesterday afternoon after the ride, but we didn't find an appropriate swimming hole. Sad face. We'll see what we can do on the way home today. Early start, 6k in and cruising with the bun. Saturday. See you later, Louis. I dropped a bottle, so I stopped, and now I've dropped many a wheel. In other words, I didn't get back up to the front punch, and so I've been isolated for 10 kilometres, and I think I'm lost. But that's a promising sign, isn't it? Not a long ride today, and an out and back course, and given my stock and my losing contact, the good news is I'll be able to film everyone once they turn around and come back to me. So I expect that to happen pretty soon. It is all pretty. And sometimes it's worth stopping. Come on, you got to do it, surely. All good? Okay.
Oh, that was bad.
As I said earlier, it's a much shorter one today, and I've just more or less filmed from the bike because, you know, I've got to keep my hands on the handlebars and hold on to a bit of control. But it's been really enjoyable. We scored great weather for the Sunday, like I would say at least 10 degrees cooler than the Saturday, and overcast, so without the UV thing. And everyone's friends now because we spent an evening together last night, just having our barbecue, hanging out. And the bike brings people together. It blurs the line between one sport and another. It allows discovery and family time and all sorts of benefits. So I try to find a new way of saying ride a bike. It's unreal every time I say that, but there's a wallaby right to my left, but he's scampered into the bushes. But it was there while I was just trying to summarise today's ride. So there's still a big, long summer ahead of us, including RADL Gravel, which I want to do this year. And if I don't do it, hopefully Louis will. I hope you do too. And if you do, you know, make sure you give Tiff a big round of applause for all that she's done for cycling in Australia these last 15, 20 years. Isn't it beautiful? Rhetorical question. I don't know if you can tell, but I am indeed a very proud Australian. And I love it that situations like last night can unfold where you've got a bunch of people sitting around. You've got a super duper famous Finnish bloke sitting amongst a bunch of Aussies. And everyone is just quite simply mates.
In Monaco, 2019, just through common friends at the local pub.
On a darts night.
Yeah, we're playing darts, and then shook hands with Tiffany. Nice to meet you, so on. Eventually we ended up on the same bike ride. Obviously, there's a good sports community around there, and ended up on the same bike ride. And then I don't know, somehow we ended up on a bike ride, just me and Tiffany. And then we ended up having a coffee. And then the rest is history. Hello. Tiff, do you want to add to this?
Yeah, that's about as much. Yeah. But he was very Finnish at the start, like very quiet and reserved. And I'm also not that outgoing until I get to know people. But yeah, I kind of went from there, and I think we have similar mentality. Like we're both trying to achieve the top of our sport. We both like adventures and travels. So I think it just matches. He's more calm, I'm more fiery, so I think that also balances each other out. And, yeah.